Okay, this year we're not bullshitting around. I just upgraded the mic so the quality should be better. Now all I need to get is a arm to hold the mic. But yeah, this is my most anticipated albums of 2022. This list isn't in any specific order. I do want to mention I am excited for the weekend project, but by the time you guys see this video, that album would be out by now. And yes, I will be making a review of the album and also a review for the new Gunna album. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, we're already starting off the year with two bangers. Hopefully, they live up to the hype. And yeah, it seems like 2022 is gonna be way much more better than 2021. It seems like a lot of artists that were supposed to drop in 2020 kind of pushed back their albums for 2021. Some decided to push it back to 2022, and I guess I'm all here for it. So yeah, let's get started without further ado, in no specific order. The first one is Sir. We haven't had an album or project from him since Chasing Summer. I probably became a huge fan of him just last year. I still bump Chasing Summer, but I feel like it's time for him to release a new project. So hopefully we get one from him. Uh, Next one here is Saba. Yeah, it's time for him to release a new project. He released a couple of singles last year, and from the looks of it, he seems like he is in his bag still. Uh, I mean, at this point, I just expect nothing but greatness from Saba. So I just know when he drops, it's gonna be contender for album of the year. Next one is Future. This is an artist that I was expecting him to drop last year, since he pretty much drops almost every year, but he didn't, and I guess that's a good thing because he did drop two projects in 2020. He dropped um, his solo project and then the collab project with Little Uzi Vert. So I guess it's time for him to release a new solo project. Hopefully, we get a Hendrix 2 or something. Who knows? Who knows? I'm still hoping for a Hendrix 2. Next one is another TDE artist, and that's Reason. This is an artist that someone recommended me on Instagram. I think it was Vinyl Curiosity. I think he recommended me his album New Beginnings that he dropped in like 2020, I think. And holy shit, that album was so good. If I listened to that album in 2020, then it would have been in my top 10 without a doubt. But yeah, excited to see what he has next. He's been teasing on his Instagram some new music. He's been trying some new sounds. So excited to see what Reason has for us next. The next one here is Weylie. I don't know about you guys, but I've been waiting for another Sway Lee project. He dropped a solo project during the time of Reshimmered Shrimp Life 3. And I did like his solo project more than I like Slim Jimmy's solo project. So that's why I'm excited to see what Sway Lee has for us next. Although I wasn't a huge fan of his latest singles, um, I'm still hoping for a good project because Weylie, honestly, his voice is just so good. I need another solo project from him. The next one on this list is Little Uzi Vert. I think he's supposed to drop his Pink album, Pink Tape, or whatever it's called. Um, Excited to see what he has. He said he was gonna bring back the 2016 Little Uzi, but I guess we'll see. I was a huge fan of Eternal Take, although it wasn't better than his other albums. I still did like it. So you know what? I'm all here for another Uzi project. He's one of my favorite artists. Next one on the list is ASAP Rocky with Old Smiles. He hasn't dropped since testing, so I wonder what he's been up to. He's just been enjoying his time with, I'm guessing, with Rihanna, and he completely forgot about us. So I don't know. Hopefully, this is the year that he drops. The next one on the list is Party Next Door. I know he just released a project, Party Mobile, and then he released a little EP, Party. Um, what was that one project? The Party Pack, I think. Um, and then he released his mixtape on streaming platforms just last year. Um, which I guess is still like kind of fresh. We got some new music, even though that Colors 1 and 2 isn't really new music, but it could be new music for the new fans. Uh, I still think that Party Next Door should drop another project this year. I've been a huge fan of him, and honestly, this might be a hot take, but I think he's the better OVO artist. The next one on the list is Blast. He did release a collab project just last year, but I still think that he should drop a sophomore album this year just for the fact that he's been blowing up a lot, especially with that one song Chosen. He's been doing numbers. I feel like he's hot right now, and for him to drop another project, I feel like that's just going to boost him up even more. So hopefully he drops another project this year, a solo project. Um, Blast, honestly, he cannot miss. I'm telling you. If you guys haven't checked out Blast, go check him out. The next one on the list is Dominic Fike. He released a project, What Could Possibly Go Wrong, in 2020, and that album pretty much took over my summer of 2020 and 2021 as well. I feel like it's time for some new music though. He did tease that he's gonna go back to rapping. So this new project, so it's gonna be a more of a rap album. I'm all here for it. The next one on the list is Dino Caesar. He hasn't dropped since 2019. Case Study 1. I still listen to that project and I still listen to his older work, but I feel like now is the time to drop another project. The next one on the list is Kid Cudi. He was supposed to drop last year. He was supposed to drop, I think, Intergalactic Love, but then he pushed it back. He said he wasn't ready, and he felt like 2022 was probably the year to drop it. And then also the show got pushed back and whatnot. And it's probably for the better. And now looks like the album is about to come out hopefully soon with the TV show. Excited to see the show. Excited to listen to the album. It's a good time to be a Kid Cudi fan because I've seen a lot of people give praise to Man on the Moon 3. A lot of people have become fans of Kid Cudi through that album. So it's good to see some new fans. I want to say he's really hot right now. So that's good to see because I remember there was a time where nobody was giving Kid Cudi his flowers. And now it seems like a lot of people are coming in and seeing how great Kid Cudi really is. So I'm glad to see the praise for Kid Cudi. The next artist is my favorite R&B artist, and that is Black. He was supposed to drop a project last year, uh, pushed it back. I think he was also supposed to drop 2020, but then he also pushed it back. He hasn't dropped since 2020. Actually, no, he did. He dropped a EP, the 6-piece hot tape, back in 2020, and then he was supposed to drop a album in 2021. For some reason, he didn't. He didn't even say anything about about a new album. But now it looks like this is the year Black's gonna drop. He just released 2 singles just last month, so I'm excited to see what Black has for us next. You know, I'm a huge fan of Black, my favorite R&B artist of all time. So I know whatever he drops is gonna be contender for album of the year. The next one is Frank Ocean. Obviously, everybody has Frank Ocean in their lists because we haven't gotten new music from him since 2016. So that's wild. Uh, Obviously, not counting his singles. So yeah, we haven't gotten a new project from Frank Ocean. So hopefully, this is the year he finally drops. Uh, I'm pretty sure he was supposed to drop 2020 just because it seemed perfect from Channel Orange to Blonde. It was like what 5 years, 4 years, and then from 2016 to 2020 it was like 4 years. So it seemed like he was supposed to drop, especially from his singles "In My Room," DHL. It seemed like everything was just leading up to an album in 2020, but then the whole pandemic hit. I think he was also even supposed to headline for Coachella, or yeah, for Coachella. That got pushed back, and then the whole tragedy with his brother. And I'm guessing whatever he was supposed to drop, he probably scrapped it. But yeah, I'm excited. The word on the street is that he's selling his album to different distributors. Whatever he drops, I know is going to be an instant classic, contender for album of the year again. Donda 2, if that ever comes out. I just have had to mention Kanye West just because he's my favorite artist. But if he doesn't drop this year, I will be okay with it because Donda, honestly, I could go a year with just Donda. It's just so good. So these next two have to be my most anticipated albums of 2022. The first one is 070 Shake. I was a huge fan of her debut project, Modus Vivendi. It was my favorite album of 2020. I felt like no album could beat that album. Um, and honestly, it's probably better than almost every project that came out in 2021, probably even including Donda. And so I'm excited to see what she has in store for us. So hopefully this is the year that she drops her sophomore album. Uh, Whatever she drops, I just know is gonna be an album of the year contender. She released a single last year, so I'm guessing she's also gearing up for a new project. Um, so excited. Last but not least, this is probably my most anticipated album of 2022, and that is Collection 2 by the boy St. John. Collection 1 is a classic. Ghetto Lenny's Love Songs. I wouldn't say it's a classic, but it's almost a classic, if that makes sense. Like, it's almost perfect, honestly. And then While the World Was Burning is nowhere near a classic. It still was a pretty good album, just not as good as Collection 1 and Ghetto's Lenny's Love Songs. Uh, so with Collection 2, since I'm guessing there's going to be no remixes, uh, it's going to be a brand new, fresh album. It's going to be good. I just know it is. I just know it is. I already know this is going to be a album of the year contender since he didn't drop last year. This is the year for him to drop. Just saw him on tour just last year, and I'm guessing he's probably gonna drop after he's finished with this tour. I'm guessing he'll drop after that. My, if I had to guess, probably March, during the springtime. I'm guessing that's when he will drop. But yeah, I'm so excited to see what St. John has for us. He just released a single, "The Best Part of Life," and that song is so good. So with that being said, excited for Collection 2. But yeah, that is all for today. Let me know what's your most anticipated albums of 2022 are. And yeah, until next time, guys, I'm going to be reviewing the weekend album. So stay tuned for that. I'm telling you, I'm not bullshitting around this year. I'm going to be dropping album reviews and more videos like this. Stay tuned for a vinyl collection, updated vinyl collection video. But yeah, until then,